So right here on Superhits 93.5 Red FM, the one and only Shilpa Rao is back with us.
Hi, thank you so much.
Hi, hi. First of all, congratulations on this super hit from Saiyaara. It's doing so well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell us about how your experience has been, Shilpa. That's what we want to talk about first.
Well, it's something, it's, I've never sung a song like this for sure. It's a very different love ballad. Uh, like huge thank you to YRF, to Mohit, to Rishabh for roping me in for this one. But yeah, it's interesting to find new ways to sing a love song. Yeah, that's what
You've
Barbaad
always
is.
you've always said it's not just about getting the emotion right. It's actually about getting the emotion right, no matter the language, right? You've always said that. How I mean,
That's
for
true.
this particular song, the emotions, it was just so bang on. Like how did that all happen?
If you want to get a little technical about it, I will say that. This song is actually composed in a rag called Asavari, and people who know about rags, Asavari is a very like a deep rag. इसमें वो चंचलता नहीं होती है इसमें. It's a very like introspective. You need to बोलते हैं ना गंभीर रस वाला राग है. So that is what Asavari is. And the other song that I sang in Asavari was Tose Naina Lage. And the 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 depth and the nuance that comes, again, you have to give it up to the rag. You have to give it up to the lyric that Rishabh wrote and the composition, because I think musically, technically, it has that haunt about itself, and that's what I mean. I'm giving you a technical point of view, but then yeah, that's what it comes from. Yeah.
So good. Can we hear a couple of lines from this super hit song, Shilpa? We've absolutely loved it.
Sure, here we go. Quintessential Asavari lines which go like this. हारी मैं तेरे सामने हारी मैं मेरे यार वे मैं तो जल जानी वे तेरी आग में कर लूं बर्बादी मैं तेरे प्यार में. So this is Barbaad for you. Thank you. Thank you
That is
so
the
much.
one and only Shilpa Rao. I had to ask you, off late, you've been busy with a lot of shows, a lot of, you're recording songs. You are busy with your concerts as well. We've seen you with multiple international artists. Which was by far the best collaboration you've had this year?
Again, new collaborations are again very interesting because there's a lot of excitement, that spontaneity is there. So yeah, jamming with Ed was something that was so much fun for both of us. I think it was great to not just jam, but also like have a conversation of where we both come from. It was amazing spending time with him. His dad was also there on the tour, and it was such a nice interaction. And his dad, my dad are the same. They're crazy about music, and that's what they live for. So it feels nice to meet a fellow dad who's supportive of their musician child. I think that was something which was very sweet and interesting about them. Uh, it is also interesting to collaborate with one person again and again. And that way, I will have to say Preetham and Amitabh that it's not our first, but then every collaboration that we do is something which is new, and yeah, it's always lovely to collaborate with someone that is amazing, and that can bring out uh, that extra from, I mean, within you also. Yeah, yeah.
And any names that we can know of who you're planning to collaborate with next internationally, or any of your uh, buddy singers out there?
Well, there are a lot of people that are on my list that I want to collaborate with. I mean, I would love to work with Sushin Shyam. I would love to work with Santosh Narayanan. I would love to would love to work with Weekend, bro.
A
Yeah.
remake version of
Let's hope.
Blinding
Let's
Lights.
hope. Let's
Blinding
hope.
Lights.
No, no, no. I think it's going to be something else, but it'll be fun. It would be nice to just sit in a room and come up with something that is individually us and together us also. Yeah.
Superb. Yeah, we've been following you very closely in terms of the work you're doing, and we saw your recent concert in Audi. That was really nice. And any of the brands that you'd like to talk about that you performed for recently, like an unforgettable concert moment, maybe at Audi or recent concerts that you've had?
Well, we were in Burdavan. This is a place in Bengal. It's you have to fly to Calcutta and then drive for about 3 hours. And um, we started the concert, and there was a woman in like a white and red sari. She was easily at least 65, 70 plus, and she kept dancing throughout the concert. There were like 20, 25,000 people in the crowd, and she was there in the front and she kept dancing, and I'm like, oh my god, look at that spirit. And it really we always bounce off the energy from the crowd. The energy comes from you guys. We don't come on stage and exuberate that. It's always a bounce off. So yeah, I can still like mentally visualize that, her in front of us dancing like that on every song, and these kind of things that really stay with you. Yeah.
If you could tell us a little bit about, we see so many different fans of yours who keep messaging you and they want to meet you at your shows, and you've got some crazy fan messages coming in. Any crazy fan message that you would like to talk to us about on Red FM that you'd like to highlight, saying this was, I think, the highlight of the day?
I mean, there are people who've heard Barbaad and then they say, like life was good. I think everything is fine. I'm not even heartbroken. Nothing is. Life is going well. But when we hear the song, it seems as if like I'm like torn apart. It's I first of all, I wish that you guys are all happy and fine. But yeah, I mean that's what fiction and art do to you, that you suddenly become that person when you hear something or you watch something. You watch Interstellar, and you find yourself in the midst of that. So that's what art, that is the influence of art that happens to you. So I really wish all my fans that happiness and full lives. But yeah, the music won't stop coming your way.
I just wanted to also tell you that I think sometime in May, your song Bulia actually, of course, hit 200 million. Anything that you'd like to say to your fans about that track also, which has been doing really nice?
I don't end up singing Bulia on stage. We start the song and the crowd sings every line, so I just point the mic to them. They sing the entire song. I don't have to sing one line. They know every line, they know every word, they know all the pickups, they know everything. So that's what happens. That's the power of Bulia, and that's like a massive anthem when we perform it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I wanted to also ask you, you performed in Barcelona as well this year, and any other international concerts that you have, or when can your fans, your Red FM fans, see you in a city near us?
Well, the gig season starts around September, October, and we are putting dates together. And yeah, I more than them, I'm excited to show up at your city and mostly, yeah, sing for you guys, but also get some good food. Yeah, that's always the inspiration. Yeah.
What is the food that you enjoyed in Barcelona?
Well, I mean, the regular pie, and the seafood there is amazing. I'm a huge seafood fan, so yeah, that's something which me, my husband Ritesh, we all are huge fans of seafood. So yeah, that was something that stayed with us. Yeah.
Is there a particular genre that you have in mind to experiment, or any artists who you'd like to experiment your music along with?
Yes, I mean, the artists that I mentioned that I want to work with. I mean, primarily because I know that when we start to work on the song, like for example, Sushin Sham, I think we just spoke. He put out his single called Ray, which is such a, you know, I heard the song, I saw the video, and I'm like, I called him like, listen, this is so, it resonates, because a lot of times you really stick out, you don't fit in. Uh, it's not a perpetual feeling. Sometimes it is a feeling. Not for some people, it might be perpetual, but it's nice to know that there are other people like that, and this song just makes you feel hopeful that okay, there's somebody else who gets that about you. You're not the only one, and that's what music does. And I know that if I sit down with Sushin and we create a song, there will be something that I will do new, which I've not done before, and that's the whole point of collaborating with people. Um, yeah.
You always say that you have to connect with people's emotions. In a lot of times when I've spoken to you as well, you've said that emotions are very important. And on that note, can you can you give us like the top three things which a young musician right now is listening to you, a fan who also wants to get into it? Like this is like a really good tip of connecting with emotions. What are the other two things to do as a musician who is just getting into the music scene?
I think non-verbal communication is something which is a very interesting thought. Uh, it's so easy for us to tell someone, okay, this is what I want, this is what I feel, this is, but a lot of times, especially in music, there is not much of a verbal communication. You are working on a platform where your voice has a lot of uh, loaded information that it has that reaches another person, which is non-verbal. Like when you do an alap, there's not there are no words in it. An instrument, when you listen to a guitar, there are no words in it, but you still feel it. Even for that matter, if someone is singing in Malayalam, which I don't understand, if someone's singing Spanish that I don't understand, but I do understand the emotion behind the song because that is being communicated. That's a non-verbal form of communication, and that is a very important part of being a musician. If you're not uh, equipped to do that, it will be a tough life. Like when you communicate with a baby who can't speak, there is communication. Uh, you need to communicate with the baby, with the way you hold a baby, the way you soothe the baby, the way you both hug each other. There's warmth. There's no, you're not talking to the baby, but there is so much communication, and that's what music does for you. A song can feel like a warm hug. That's what it is. So having that emotion being communicated non-verbally, I think it's a very important part of being a musician. Yes.
Very, very well said. And with that, we're going to quickly close and wrap this up. Shilpa, it was great having you with us on Red FM. I want to ask
Likewise.
you, if you were a radio jockey on Red FM, Shilpa, what would your show be called as a celebrity jock if you had to come into a network? What would your show be called, and what's the first track you would play?
I cannot do what you guys do. I have huge respect for all the radio jockeys. You guys have a tough life. It's not easy to just show up and talk on the mic. ऐसा नहीं होता है. बहुत मेहनत लगती है. Please guys, you should know that. So yes, I can't do this. बड़ी मुश्किल से I can just, like, you have to see me slogging behind the mic, being a musician. It's not as easy as it looks. I am still struggling with that. So even if I in this life I can be a good musician, I think that would be enough. But I feel that you guys do this so well, and you have my appreciation and respect for being an RJ. And you guys please do this job. It's amazing.
बजाते रहो 93.5 रेड एफएम बजाते रहो